Now that I'm in school full-time Monday to Friday, I definitely have less free time to work out, but I always make sure I go 4 times a week, and if I'm super lucky, I can go 5. I'm currently doing 2 leg workouts a week, one being my light leg day, which I've already posted a video for and will link it down below, and second being my heavy leg day, which is this video here today. It's taken me a long time to get to where I am today with my squats, and I'm working to improve every week, but I am so happy with my progress. I made squats my #1 goal for the past 5 months, and keep in mind that I was squatting 30 pounds as my heavy weight 5 months ago. I didn't go from 0 to 50 pounds in that time frame. The best feeling was finally squatting a plate to then breaking a plate. It was so rewarding, and that is why I love having goals in the gym. I keep track of all my leg workouts using the notes app in my phone, and I include the date, weight, and how many reps for each set. This way I'm able to look back at my progress and I'm able to keep improving every week. So let's get started. For today's squat, I will be performing a wide stance squat. You'll want to stand about a foot length wider than shoulder width apart and have your toes pointed outwards. Station the bar on your back and grab the bar with an overhand grip. Once you are comfortable and confident, lift the bar off the rack and take a few steps back. Brace your core and remember to keep the back neutral and pressure in your heels. Take a deep breath in and drop your hips down to parallel or below parallel and hold at the bottom for 1 to 2 seconds. On the way up, you'll want to breathe out, and once you have reached the top of your squat, squeeze the glutes in, but not so much that you end up arching your back. Make sure you're always neutral. For my heavy days, I do 4 to 5 reps on my highest weight, which is what you'll see right here. And I'll repeat this for 4 sets. Keep in mind, I did 2 warm-up sets before this, starting at 25 pounds and then 35 pounds, just so that my body could get used to the movement and the weight. And it's time for the leg press. You'll want to load the machine to your desired weight and position yourself with your back flat on the machine and your feet shoulder width apart. You can do a few different foot positions, but today I'm doing shoulder width apart and them slightly tilted out. For this movement, you'll want to push against the platform to release the support, and then continue to push until your legs are almost fully straight. It's important to keep the slightest bend in your knees rather than completely locking them out to prevent injury. Once your legs are extended, you'll want to slowly return to the starting position, keeping your lower back in its neutral arch throughout the movement, and repeat for 8 to 10 reps and 4 sets. Moving on to sumo deadlifts. I like to do sumo deadlifts instead of regular just because I find it to be easier on the lower back. You'll want to get into a wide stance position with your feet under the bar. Make sure your toes are slightly turned outwards and place the bar close to your shins. This will set the position for a smooth and shorter pull. Take a deep breath in and bend at the hips to grab the bar. Then bend at your knees to straighten your back. Looking forward, keep your chest up and drive through the floor, putting the pressure in the back of your feet. Slightly squeeze at the top of the position. Return the weight back to the ground, staying in control of the weight on the way down, and repeat this movement for 8 reps and 4 sets. I use a mixed grip, which involves one hand facing forward and one hand facing backwards, aka one pronated and one supinated. Moving on to hip thrusts. Start with your shoulder blades against the bench and the bar stationed over your hips. Bend your knees to about 90 degrees and make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Your feet should be shoulder width apart and facing forward. Take a deep breath in and use your elbows to help you get up onto the bench. Keep your chin tucked and your gaze straight the entire time. Squeeze your glutes to lift up through your hips and hold for a second or 2 at the top position. It's very important to be lifting through your hips only. It's important to not be jerking your whole body. Your chest should stay up for most of the movement. Repeat this movement for 8 to 10 reps and 4 sets. That is the end of the video, and I hope you were able to take some of the workouts and implement them into yours, or at least take some of the form tips, as I know it can be kind of confusing. But if you did like this video, please do not forget to give it a like and subscribe down below, as this all really does help me out and encourages me to create more content.